What the Lakers need to do to win the NBA title this season. The Lakers made a huge turnaround by trading Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic. Before this change, the Lakers looked like a team that was just a bit player in the playoffs, and few people believed they would make a serious run for the title. Now, however, the atmosphere around the team is different, and there are already fans dreaming about the possibility of celebrating a title. It's true that the path is still full of obstacles, but the Lakers have shown that they are willing to try. Doncic's arrival completely changes the Lakers' offense, which may need to be nearly perfect to compensate for the absence of a true rim protector. If Doncic, LeBron James and Austin Reeves can build solid chemistry over the next 30 games, they have a chance to make some noise in the playoffs. The question is whether they will be able to reconcile their playing styles without falling into the famous your turn, my turn dance, which in the end, leads nowhere. The importance of LeBron adapting. LeBron James has accomplished just about everything in the NBA, but now he has to figure out how to maintain his dominant game while sharing the court with a creative star like Doncic. James is the most versatile player, the one who can impact the game even without the ball in his hands, something he may need to do more often if the Lakers want to get the most out of Doncic's talent. Anyone who followed the Big Three in Miami saw that it was only after Dwayne Wade let James take over the offensive playmaking that the team took off. Now, LeBron may have to play a similar role, giving up some control so Doncic can find his rhythm as well. The challenge, of course, is to balance the plays so that both can shine, without one being completely overshadowed. The race against time, and against defenses. Another crucial point is our defense. If the Lakers can defend well and are quick enough to take advantage of counterattacks, they will make life very difficult for their opponents. The less time Doncic and James have to spend in the half-court offense, the better. Given the space to do so, the Lakers could be a dangerous team, especially with players like Reeves, Jackson Hayes and Rui Hachimura, who can fill specific roles when given the right guidance. Ultimately, the Lakers are still a work in progress and may not reach their full potential right away. But if the gears fit together at the right time, you can dream. After all, any team that has LeBron James and Luka Doncic on one side of the court deserves attention, especially if the rest of the roster is doing its part properly. The Lakers know the margin for error is slim, but they also know that in a league full of surprises, they may have found a combination strong enough to pull off a surprise down the stretch. Whether it will work or not, only time will tell, but at least the optimism of those who wear purple and gold has returned to the surface. Another player who could be decisive in this process is Darvin Ham. The Lakers coach will have the task of finding the best way to balance minutes and define a clear identity for the team. He will need to make quick adjustments, especially on defense, to compensate for the absence of a great rim protector. This means that tactical schemes may undergo constant changes, depending on the opponents and the circumstances of the games. Additionally, the depth of the roster will be tested like never before. Players like D'Angelo Russell, Gabe Vincent and Christian Wood will need to step up their game both offensively and defensively to support Doncic and LeBron. Rotation will be a key factor, and Ham will have to be strategic in distributing minutes to keep the team fresh during the final stretch of the season. Ultimately, the Lakers' mission is clear: turn raw talent into a cohesive, competitive team before the playoffs begin. If they can achieve this feat, the team will not only enter the title race, but could surprise even the most skeptical. The window to win a championship is still open, but the clock is ticking, and the Lakers know they need to act fast. Another factor that could influence this final stretch is LeBron James' physical condition. At 39 years old, he continues to play at a high level, but the marathon of the playoffs demands intense physical exertion. It will be essential for the Lakers to be able to manage his minutes without compromising the team's performance. Doncic can alleviate some of this burden by taking on the creation in decisive moments, but the team will need to find ways to keep LeBron fresh for when it really matters. At the same time, perimeter defense will be tested against teams like the Denver Nuggets, Phoenix Suns, and even the young and explosive Oklahoma City Thunder. Without a great rim protector, perimeter players will have to be aggressive, contesting shots and making life difficult for opposing point guards. This is an area where Austin Reeves, Jared Vanderbilt, if healthy, and even Gabe Vincent could play crucial roles. The regular season will serve as a great laboratory for the Lakers to fine-tune their strategies, test formations and understand what the best version of this team is. If all goes well, the playoffs could be the stage where this new dynamic duo finally shows its true potential. The challenge is enormous, but the possibility of a new title makes every sacrifice worth it. Still, as much as the Lakers have a sky-high ceiling with LeBron and Doncic, the reality of the playoffs is unforgiving. The team cannot afford to rely solely on individual talent to advance in such a competitive Western Conference. Execution in the details will be crucial, especially in long series, where opponents will have enough time to exploit the team's weaknesses. One aspect that could make a difference is the three-point shot. The Lakers have historically been inconsistent in this regard, but without a dominant center on defense, they will need to make up for it with offensive efficiency. Players like Russell, Reeves, and Hachimura will have to take on the responsibility of spacing the floor and converting decisive shots. If the team is unable to punish opponents from long range, the tendency is for defenses to double up on Doncic and LeBron, making the offense more predictable and less lethal. Furthermore, the emotional aspect could weigh heavily. The Lakers will have to prove themselves against teams that already have solid chemistry and a recent history of success, such as Jokic's Nuggets and Curry's Warriors. Staying calm in crucial moments, avoiding offensive blackouts, and responding quickly to tactical adjustments will be essential to transforming the team's potential into a winning campaign. The final stretch of the season will be a real test of fire. The Lakers have the pieces to dream big, but now they need to turn that dream into reality on the court. If the adjustments are made and the team reaches its peak at the right time, the pursuit of the NBA title could go from being just a possibility to an inevitable destination. However, the path to this inevitable destination involves important decisions on and off the court. The coaching staff will need to define a reliable rotation for the playoffs, ensuring that the team does not suffer sudden drops in performance when LeBron or Doncic are on the bench. One of the challenges will be finding the best closing formation for tight games, balancing offense and defense without sacrificing offensive fluidity. Another key factor will be the team's resilience under pressure. The Lakers could find themselves in tough situations throughout the postseason, whether it's facing a more informed team, dealing with unexpected injuries, or being forced to play on the road in a critical series. In times like these, a championship mentality matters, and that's where LeBron, with his finals experience, and Doncic, with his history of great playoff performances, will need to lead by example. There is still time for adjustments, but the margin for error is minimal. The Lakers are faced with a rare opportunity to unite two of the NBA's greatest talents in pursuit of a common goal. If the team can find its A game at the right time, the path to the trophy could become more realistic than many imagined at the start of the season. Now we just have to wait and see if that potential will translate into achievements, or if it will remain just the promise of a team that almost got there. With the season's final stretch approaching, every game takes on even more weight. The Lakers can't afford to waste games that could secure a more favorable playoff position. Home court advantage could be crucial, especially in a tight West where any advantage could mean the difference between an early exit and a memorable run. Additionally, the team needs to use this period to test tactical variations that could surprise opponents in the postseason. Small adjustments, such as increasing defensive intensity in the first quarters or exploring faster lineups, could be important differences. Darvin Ham will have to find creative solutions to maximize the strengths of Doncic and LeBron, while minimizing the defensive weaknesses of the team. The upcoming games will also be a barometer of how prepared this group is for the challenges ahead. Will the supporting players be able to maintain consistency when they are called upon? Can the Lakers count on Reeves, Hachimura, and Russell to take the load off LeBron and Doncic in crucial moments? These are questions that will only be answered when the ball is in the air in the playoffs, but every minute on the court now can serve as an indication of what is to come. Time is running out, and the team needs to accelerate its evolution if it wants to turn expectations into reality. The potential is undeniable, but as the history of the NBA has shown many times, talent alone does not guarantee titles. What will truly define the Lakers' destiny will be their ability to grow at the right times and respond to challenges with the maturity of a true trophy contender. With that in mind, the final stretch of the season is not just a preparation for the playoffs, but a true test of identity for the Lakers. The team needs to solidify its style of play, define who its most reliable pieces will be, and adjust the last gears before the most decisive phase of the year. Any hesitation now could cost them dearly when the title race is at its peak. In addition to the internal challenges, there is also the need to monitor direct rivals. Teams like Denver, Phoenix, and even the Clippers have deep and well-structured rosters, ready to exploit any weaknesses that the Lakers expose. Being aware of the movements of these competitors and understanding how to prepare for possible direct confrontations will be a strategic advantage. In this scenario, leadership within the locker room becomes even more crucial. LeBron, with his vast experience, will need to keep the group focused, while Doncic will have to show that he is ready to take the next step as a leader capable of leading a team to the finals. This maturation process will be essential for the Lakers to not only go far, but to truly be ready to compete at a high level when the moment comes. The journey to the title won't be easy, but the ingredients are there. The talent is there, the motivation has been renewed, and the path is set. Now it's up to the Lakers to turn all this promise into reality on the court. To achieve this, the Lakers will need to maintain their focus on executing the game plan consistently. The ability to adapt on the fly and adjust to different matchups will be crucial. The defense, in particular, must tighten up, especially in crunch time situations where every possession counts. It won't be enough for LeBron and Doncic to simply carry the load offensively. The supporting cast will need to be ready to step up, whether that's hitting big shots, defending key players, or making critical plays in the closing minutes of a tight game. Additionally, health will play a huge role. The team's ability to stay healthy and avoid injuries, particularly to key players like LeBron and Doncic, will ultimately determine whether they can make a deep playoff run. The Lakers' coaching staff will have to carefully manage minutes to ensure that the stars are at their best when it matters most, while also keeping the bench ready to contribute in moments of need. As the playoffs approach, the Lakers will have to prove that they can maintain their composure under the intense pressure of high-stakes games. With a blend of experienced veterans and young talent, they will have the opportunity to show the basketball world that they are a legitimate championship contender, but it will take more than just star power to get there. The next few weeks will be a critical time for this team to solidify their identity and prepare for the battle that lies ahead. As the intensity ramps up, the Lakers' ability to execute in high-pressure moments will be tested like never before. The postseason is a grind, and every series brings its own challenges. The team will need to stay mentally sharp, not just physically prepared, because the margins between winning and losing are often razor-thin. LeBron's leadership and Doncic's ability to rise to the occasion in big games will be pivotal in navigating those moments. Their ability to read the game, make adjustments in real time, and rally their teammates will be the difference between a short playoff run and a championship victory. The Lakers must also leverage their depth effectively, especially in a playoff setting where rotations tighten. The contributions from players like Reeves, Hachimura, and Russell will become even more critical. Can they maintain their shooting touch and stay aggressive offensively? Will they rise to the occasion defensively when called upon? These players will need to perform at a high level to take some of the pressure off the stars, ensuring that the team doesn't become overly reliant on Doncic and LeBron. The ultimate test for the Lakers will be their ability to remain consistent, find their rhythm, and peak at the right time. In a playoff environment where every game can shift the momentum, the Lakers have the tools to compete with the best, but it will come down to whether they can put everything together when it matters most. If they can execute their game plan with precision, stay healthy, and play as a cohesive unit, they'll have a legitimate chance to make a deep playoff run and perhaps secure another championship for the franchise.